Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Woo! Yeah, woo! I'm sorry. Anyway, today I decided to be a little extra with the intro, kinda, sorta, not really, because today I am discussing something very serious. Basically, I am going to be telling you guys a little story time for you about my anxiety. You know, how I got my anxiety, my first anxiety attack, all that fun stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of just gonna jump into it because I don't really know how to exactly start this story. Basically, it all started 4 years ago when I was a sophomore in high school. So, you know, a few details about how I got anxiety to start off. Long story short, I kept everything bottled up inside. My feelings, what was bugging me, you know, whatever I was thinking, I always held it inside because around this time that I got anxiety, let's just say things were going on, and I just didn't think it was the right choice to speak what I was feeling, just because I knew that it didn't matter what I was gonna say because nothing was gonna change in that situation. Anyway, so because I held in almost every single feeling I was feeling and every single thought, I one day just exploded and boom, anxiety, which then led to my first anxiety attack. Here we go with this story. So I don't have a specific date for you guys or like a specific timing, so let's not think about that. So this day, it was like midday when, you know, my first anxiety attack started happening, you know, because it didn't just happen at once, it kind of like slowly, gradually occurred. So this day I was with my parents and with B-Bell, and we had gone to see a movie. I think it was a scary movie or something. I don't know, it was some kind of movie. Anyway, we saw it, and I remember while I was watching the movie, I was starting to feel weird in a way. I was starting to feel my vision kind of, you know, be funky, and I kind of started feeling myself slowly fade away. You know, like that feeling where you're in a place but you don't really feel all there, like you get it. And I didn't really think much of it. I thought it was just the movie, the way it was messing with me. So anyway, fast forward, the movie was done and my parents were talking about it, you know, saying they liked it, whatever. And I started kind of feeling to myself. I just felt that I wasn't okay, and so I just kept to myself. We ended up going to Panda Express to grab something to eat, and there is where it started happening. So we're in Panda Express, my parents are having their conversation, B-Bell is kind of listening to their conversation, and I'm just there eating my food just to myself. I started feeling very claustrophobic, which hardly ever happens to me, especially in a place like Panda Express. So I started feeling claustrophobic and just really weird still, and B-Bell kind of noticed it a little bit, but she didn't really say anything. I ended up telling her, like, dude, I don't feel so good. So she's like, what do you mean? I was like, I just feel like I really need to get out of here. I feel very claustrophobic. I don't feel okay. So she's like, oh, okay. So she tells my parents, breaks their conversation, and says, we need to go. Nana isn't feeling okay. We need to get out of here. So my mom's like, well, what's happening? I told her what I was feeling, so she's like, oh, okay, let's go. On the ride home, I put the window down because in moments like that where I'm not feeling okay, fresh air really helps me, you know, helps me cope in a way, you know. Anyway, we get home, and I just remember getting out of the car, going upstairs into my room, and just shutting the door behind me. And I just remember running in there and I broke down. I was in tears. I was just crying uncontrollably. B-Bell came behind me and she sat with me and she hugged me and she comforted me. A few minutes later, my mom came in. She sat next to me and she was comforting me as well, telling me everything was gonna be okay. And, you know, I need to let it all out, all this stuff, because little side fact for you guys, my mom also has anxiety, and so she knew what I was going through automatically, so, you know, she felt it was right to be there to comfort me and guide me through it, so that's what she did. Fast forward a few minutes, I was done crying. I kind of controlled myself a little bit. She was like, okay, are you okay now? I was like, yeah, I'm okay. She ended up going with the neighbors and hanging out with them outside. B-Bell ended up going downstairs to watch TV, so I stood in the room by myself taking some few breaths, and I was like, okay, I'm good, you know. After that, I ended up going downstairs into our backyard to just get some fresh air, because my mom was like, you should go outside, get some fresh air. I think that'll really help you right now. I remember sitting on this cooler we had on the side of the back door, and I was just sitting there. I was looking at everything. I was hearing the birds, and I was just taking in the fresh air and just taking deep breaths, when all of a sudden I started feeling numbing along the left side of my face. And in the first few seconds that I started feeling it, I was kind of like thrown off. I was like, wait, what am I feeling right now? And I waited a little bit, and I was like, okay, this is what I think I'm feeling. I am numbing, you know, on the left side of my face. So in our backyard, our house had a little like side gate to where we could just walk down through the backyard. So as soon as the numbing started increasing on the left side of my face, guys, I booked it. I ran out that gate straight to my mom, and I was like, my face is numbing. What is happening? Why am I feeling this way? And I just remember my heart going crazy, and I was starting to breathe like kind of uncontrollably, because I was a little bit in fear as to why my face was numbing. And I ran to my mom because she had a situation where she felt numbness on like all of her left side, and she blacked out. So I ran to her because she knew what it was, what the situation could have been. So I tell her what's going on, and she starts worrying, and she's like, okay, calm down, stop freaking out, you know, you're gonna make it worse. I just try to take deep breaths. Let's go inside, sit down, and we'll figure this out. So I'm going inside, and at this point my mom is worrying, so she starts telling them in the house, call the ambulance, we need to get her to the hospital now, blah blah blah, because she was scared that I was gonna have the same situation that she had, so she wanted to do whatever she could to prevent it. So they're calling the ambulance, 911, what's going on? So they're going back and forth, what's happening to her, oh, she's having this and that. So we give them the information. I'm not even kidding, guys, within like 3 minutes they were there. So anyway, they get there, they come in with the gurney or whatever it's called, that one bed looking thing that the paramedics take in. Anyway, they came in the house with that, and one of the paramedics comes to me, and he's like, okay, so what's going on? You know, what happened? What are you feeling right now? And I'm just like, my face is numb, I don't know what to do. And he looks at me and he starts asking me questions about myself to make sure that, you know, I'm still conscious and I know what is happening. So he starts asking me questions like my name, my birthday, who's in my family, you know, how many siblings, all that stuff. And he's like, okay, she's still conscious, she's still aware of what's happening, it's just this thing that we're trying to figure out. A few minutes go by, and they end up taking me to the hospital, putting me on the gurney, and let's go. I'm out of breath, guys, I'm sorry. So on the way to the hospital, I had a paramedic sitting with me to keep an eye on me, and he tells me, you know, if anything happens, let me know, and, you know, we'll see what we can do. At this point, the numbing on my face had kind of lowered level wise, it wasn't as bad. But what happened was I started feeling the numbness go down my arm and my left leg. So that's when I started freaking out a little more, you know, because I remember when my mom had said like, oh yeah, I felt numbness all on my left side and I blacked out, you know. So I was like, hey, I don't think that's normal. So I kind of told the paramedic, I was like, okay, now I'm starting to feel numbness here and here. He's like, okay, relax, take a deep breath, we're almost there, we're a couple minutes away. And I was like, okay, let's see how long I can last. Thank goodness we made it to the hospital. And the funny thing, guys, they didn't really have a room for me, so I was kind of waiting in the hallway, laying down on the gurney for like a few minutes. Those few minutes, guys, I was literally laying in the gurney and I was just looking up and just looking around, and I was like, okay, I'm really laying in the hallway right now. How fun, you know. You have doctors and nurses passing by me and stuff. So you get the paramedics asking, you know, for information on a room, blah blah blah, or giving them the information about me. I don't know, I don't remember. But it was just a little funny moment for me at that time. I'm like, wow, okay, I'm numbing and waiting. Great. I ended up getting a room and they ended up checking my vitals and all that fun stuff. Anyway, long story short, I was able to be released because the numbing stopped and all that. I don't remember if they gave me something to calm it down or if it just went away by itself. I don't know. But I remember them talking to me and they were just like, well, it wasn't anything serious. They ended up telling me like, this was just your first anxiety attack. Oh, that's what that was. Well, I didn't like that feeling, so can it not happen again? And anyway, we ended up talking about it and the whole thing with anxiety, and you know, he's telling me you can take medication and, you know, to calm yourself or whatever, but I'd rather not take medication. Okay, we're back. Sorry guys, my camera died and I let the battery charge, so it's been a little while. Let me see if I can remember where we left off. Okay, so last I spoke about was that I was already, you know, out of the hospital, and they were pretty much telling me, giving me advice that, you know, to control my anxiety, I could take medication if I wanted to, but I don't like to do that, so I didn't accept. I would just rather deal with it on my own. So yeah, that was that. Wasn't that one hell of a story, guys? Sorry if this story seemed rushed or anything, like if I was rushing it or talking too fast. It's just, this is a really touching subject for me. It's very sensitive for me. I never really like talking about it out loud, or, you know, with my family, or just, you know, out loud, period. Just because whenever I talk about it, it reminds me of everything that I was feeling when it happened first, and I just really don't like to remember how I felt. I'd rather not, just because it was a really bad feeling for me, and it was kind of scary at the same time to experience all of that. So I'd rather keep it to myself. But I really wanted to share it with you guys because there are a lot of people who do have mental health issues, and I just want you guys to know that you guys aren't alone. I also go through it, and it may not be as bad, but when it does hit, it hits pretty hard. So just know that I'm right here with you guys, and you know, if you guys ever want to send me a message on my Instagram, feel free to do so. I'll leave my Instagram right here so you guys can go ahead and follow it. I'm not a pro when it comes to mental health, or, you know, ways to cope with mental health, but I can, you know, give you guys advice based off of what I'm experiencing and, you know, I'm learning and stuff like that. So just know that. Now, before I end this video, let me just talk about my experience with anxiety real quick. Just kind of let you guys know how I kind of deal with it and what I actually go through. So basically, whenever I feel anxious, guys, I start feeling shaky. I start feeling my heart, you know, palpitating. I feel very dizzy, sometimes excessively dizzy. I feel so out of it, like if I'm gonna pass out, and I just feel this heavy feeling in my chest, and I believe that's all of it. And then once all these feelings like reach their limit, I break down. I always break down, and it's not a good feeling. Ways that I have learned to deal with my anxiety without medication is to just distract myself with an activity. If I'm not feeling okay, I like to be around my family, to kind of just be in their energy, in their circle, and just laugh with them and joke with them. They help me bring my mood up because of the things they talk about sometimes. You'd be surprised what my family talks about. So I'll do that, or I'll listen to music, or I'll watch a movie, or I'll do little things. I'll draw sometimes. I'll try to do anything that I can to distract myself. I'll even go outside and get some fresh air. One time I had to go swimming because my anxiety was just going crazy and I wasn't okay. So my mom mentioned to me like, oh, you should probably go swimming and see if that relaxes you. So I did, and it really did relax me. So that's another thing I can put on the list of ways to cope with my anxiety and pass it by. I really want you guys to understand something. I want you guys to understand that holding in your feelings isn't good. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for anybody. Take it from me, okay? Take it from somebody who has experienced that and continues to experience that. You can't hold in your feelings. You can't hold in your thoughts. Whatever you're feeling, whatever you're thinking, say it. You need to say it, because if you don't, it stays in here and it like builds up, and one of these days you're just gonna explode, and it's not gonna be okay. I promise you that. Anxiety is no joke, guys. No mental illness is a joke. All in all, you guys, I really just want you guys to take care of yourselves and take care of your mental health. Just know that I love you guys so much, and I am here. Once again, if you guys would like to give me a message on Instagram, if you have any questions about my experience with my anxiety, if you have questions about anxiety, your experience, you want to tell me about it, you need some advice, I will give you that. Like I said before, I'm not an expert, but I will tell you what I am currently learning as I am living with my anxiety. Also, I would like to say that I am currently feeling good. I've been feeling good lately. The last time that I felt anxious was a few weeks ago. It was the day that I posted my morning routine. Literally seconds after I filmed that video, you guys, I felt so anxious. I felt incredibly dizzy. I felt like I was gonna pass out. And then 5 seconds later, it went away and I was like,
okay, see you later.
now the last time that I had an anxiety attack was sometime last year. So it's been quite a while since I've had an actual anxiety attack, which I am so grateful for because I hate it. So I'm really happy with that. Lately I've just been feeling really lazy because of the stupid heat. Oh, I really hate this heat. Literally, I wake up and I'm not even gonna lie, guys, I don't even change because I feel like, what am I changing for? I'm not even doing anything today. I'm not going anywhere. So I've been looking like a bum the past few days. Today was a day that I actually did my eyeliner and I actually got ready because I had to get ready because I had to go volunteer today. But other than that, the last few days I have been very bummy and I'm not sorry about it. Okay guys, I think I am done talking for tonight. I really hope you guys feel a little bit closer to me after hearing my story. I think I feel a little more closer to you guys knowing that you guys now know my story a little bit. So that's cool. Remember again, you're not alone. We're all in this together. I just want you guys to remember that. But anyway, we're gonna end the video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was a little more on the serious side, but like I said, I really wanted to share this story with you. I felt it was time to share the story because I was always mentioning to you guys little itty bits of, you know, my experience and stuff like that, and some of you guys were actually requesting this video, so I said, yeah, it's time. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big ol' thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on those post notifications to know when I post. Don't forget to follow me on my social media to keep up with my not so entertaining life and with my channel's life.
Also, if you want to give me a message, I heard I'm really good with advice, so.
I love each and every single one of you, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!